Hi, I'm Phil Fenner with the Guaymas Island Historical Society. I'm here today with Chip Bogosian, who is an island resident, has been since sometime in the 70s, is a physician and knows many of the more or less famous people on the island and has had a long and interesting career. So we're here just to hear Chip talk about himself and his time on Guaymas Island.
Okay.
Nice to see you again here, Chip.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
So how did I find Guaymas Island? We were actually looking for a place on Orcas. And my next door neighbor, a guy across the street, was friends. His brother was friends with Bob Porter.
Bob Porter, of course.
Right. And Bob said, well, why don't you come up and stay with us for a weekend? I said, sure. So we came up, and he has, where Porter lives is one of the best beaches in the San Juans. Absolutely fantastic. And so we stayed there for a weekend. And Linda was into real estate at the time, and she said, "Are you interested in any property?" I said, "Well, yeah, it just depends." And so she said, she called me a week later and said, "We have a lot here that has a pretty decent view." And the lot, I think it was 17,000, but my wife tells me it was 19,000 because I guess there was a down payment or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we bought it, and it was all filled with trees. In fact, this whole area was filled with trees.
Oh, it was, yeah. There's a big
absolutely.
cleared space now.
Yeah.
I can see out the window.
And what happened was that we slowly planned to build a house up here, and cleared an area, and we had the house framed in the foundation and stuff. And then my wife and I and my friends, we did the plumbing, the electricity. We did all the inside ourselves.
Oh, good for you. That's a lot of work.
And so, because I like plumbing, I like electricity. And so we did that. The house, I think the first insurance policy was 1982. And the view out of here is spectacular.
Well,
it's not beachfront, but
well, you're on a high bluff, basically, aren't you?
right, and there's access to the beach if you want it.
So we're in what's called the Totem Trail neighborhood.
Right.
I've heard, among other things, that there's a shared water system up here.
Yes. I'm lucky because I have two water systems.
Oh.
The shared water system, which I have a valve that cannot supply this barn with the neighborhood water because that's not fair. And so the house can use the neighborhood water, but we run the house and the barn off our well right here.
Oh.
And it saves, and I think we take, usually, like the families will take 5,000-6,000 cubic, whatever measurement we use per year, and I think we use 500 or something. We're one of the low utilizers, just to, because water's it's a valuable asset, as you know.
Sole source aquifer, they call it.
That's correct.
Yeah, so
correct.
everybody shares it, and everybody has to be careful with it.
Yes, they do.
Or should be careful with it.
And the other interesting thing is, across the street, this is Potlatch 2, that's Potlatch 1, they had two wells that were inland a quarter of a mile. Both of them went salty. And our well sits right next to South Shore Road, and it never went salty. So why is our straw better than the other straws?
Well, it's interesting to look at there is a map that shows where the saltwater intrusions happened.
Yeah.
Some areas right up to the saltwater, no problem at all. Other places, for instance, North Beach in particular, I've seen.
Yeah.
Big area,
Yep.
half-mile in from the shoreline that's been affected. So
And the people in Lervick Lane, they have wells right next to the salt water.
Yeah.
And
Well, we do too. We're down at the end of Edens there, on the west end of Edens.
Okay.
Right where Edens comes down to the beach. We're just
Also
above that.
On King Tide.
King
You
Tide
can go
Land.
swimming.
Yeah.
The other thing about Porter's place is that's the lowest point on South Shore Road. Because I've been down there with, when your boots are, it's 1.5 feet of water in front of his house.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah.
Interesting. Where were we? Okay, so built the house, and up until 2006, we would come up, and some summers the kids would spend all summer up here.
Oh, that's great.
Because they could do anything. You can do things up here you can't do anywhere else.
Yeah.
And they had go-karts and all that kind of stuff, and fireworks, and so they grew up here and had a good time, a really good time.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And so that's a lot of fun. And So Linda called me after we got the house built, and she said, I got 10 acres in the middle of the island. Are you interested in that? And I said, ooh, yeah, because I was going to build a shop somewhere. And the nice thing about where Gary is you can get 3-phase power there. Because you can get 3-phase power all the way up to where the school was, which is past Edens and Grimace Island Road to the fire department.
I didn't know that. That makes sense, though.
Sure.
And it wouldn't branch out from there because there'd be no market for it. But it would go as far
and
as
I guess the school had to have 3-phase power. So I figured, because the shop in Seattle, my whole basement was a shop, and I had 3-phase tools in it. But I had to use a phase converter, because it plays some tricks.
3-phase 480 in your shop. Wow, yeah. I'm impressed.
Anyway, so what it does is take the one leg and switches it so fast that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Phase converter. Okay, that's a new one for me. Yeah.
So anyway,
I used to work with 3-phase 480 in my medical equipment career. So just so everybody knows, I have that in common with Chip here. I worked on the vendor side.
There you go.
Providing service for a certain medical manufacturer's imaging equipment. And Chip, meanwhile, being a physician, you weren't a radiologist. No. But of course, all doctors use medical images.
Absolutely.
Every single one of them of any specialty. And so I'm sure you probably saw some of the images that came off of some of the machines I worked on over the years. In fact, I think you noticed me wearing a Swedish hat.
No, it was
or a T-shirt.
A Siemens.
Oh, sure. Siemens, okay.
It was Siemens.
But no, you saw me with a Swedish hat too, and you told me you worked at Swedish for 30 years and never got a Swedish hat. Where did I get mine?
I know.
That was hilarious.
There you go.
I just happened to stop in at the right time to get a hat.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
In fact, I don't even know if I saw one.
Yeah, that was a very late thing when they started to get into the marketing jazz,
Hey, but I got a Manhattan Project 50th anniversary.
Oh, there you go.
And there are none of these around either.
That beats all.
Anyway.
All right.
Anyway, so.
Back to Guaymas.
Okay, so came up here as frequently as you could, simply because it was easy to get to, and the key thing was the traffic out of Seattle. And on Fridays, if you didn't leave at 2 o'clock, bad things were
Oh,
going to happen.
don't I remember?
Yeah. So
was
if you left
part-time.
at 2 or 8, one of the two.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. And so, and Everett hasn't got much better and stuff like that. So anyway. And the other interesting thing was, the ferry used to be, in those days, in the 70s and 80s, the ferry was customer friendly. They would make 3 runs in an hour.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, and no big deal.
Like, there's people that need to go, let's go.
Yeah, and so that's been good. But, I got to give them credit. We got in a jam once. It was a medical issue, and they made one quick run at lunchtime for us.
Oh, great.
So,
They do make those medical runs and announce them.
They do.
Yeah.
So, I'm sure the ferry is.
Well, there's been some comment lately they might not run those at night anymore.
Well, everybody up here, I think, buys the helicopter insurance.
Yeah, that's what.
The Northwest and stuff like that.
I do.
Well, I do too.
Both of them.
Both of them.
Right.
Yeah, because you have to have both.
Exactly.
Because they alternate and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's not, like I said, if you live on the island and you think you're going to have a problem, try and figure out what you can do ahead of time. Yeah. And one of the saddest things that happened was next door. He was having symptoms of a heart attack, and they got him to a cath lab and opened him up and stuff like that. And so he was doing okay. Came home, and 2 months later, I don't know what I wasn't here, but 2 months later, he fibrillated and didn't survive.
Oh my gosh.
And I whenever something happens, I always blame myself first. What could I have done to make it better?
Yeah.
Because a guy named Edward Gross, this was really cool. So we're at Boston Children's, and we'd just done some congenital heart disease, double outlet right ventricle or something tricky. And those are tricky. Anyway, and so here's one of the pioneers of pediatric heart surgery. And he came just to spend time with us.
Wow.
And I mean, it's like, and he did the first doctor, a bunch of other stuff, doctors and stuff. Anyway, and the only thing I remember about that, about his talk was, if anything ever goes wrong, blame yourself first. What could you have done? And that's always been my perspective. Could I have done something different to change the whole thing? Because, you know, a lot of the stuff we do is so complex, and something you do here is, you know, completely, you know,
Yep.
out of the line. So I've always tried to just really grasp onto that philosophy. And every night, and this is the difference between the good people and the really good people. I would drive home at night, and the traffic in Seattle, depending on what time you're driving home, you had a lot of time to think.
Yes, that's right.
And the nicest thing we did, we lived in Magnolia,
Oh,
so 6 miles from the hospital.
all right.
And I was riding my bike for a time.
Was this one of the Swedish hospitals?
Yeah, oh yeah,
Oh, like
Downtown.
First Hill?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I went there a lot.
There you go.
Taking care of their CT scanners.
That's right. And so, but one day I came off the Garfield Bridge onto Elliott, and it was icy, and I slid across the road, broke my derailleur, and luckily.
Oh, on a bicycle.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Because I used to ride my bike, and it was 4:30 in the morning. You know, so
sure.
it's okay.
Yeah.
And my
No
wife,
traffic that time of day.
well, yeah, my wife came to pick me up. We had a truck, and she came to pick me up and says, "This will be the last time you ride your bike." I said, "Okay." Because I would ride down Elliott, and I've had the buses rub my shoulder.
Oh man.
You know? And I had lights and, you know,
Oh yeah, everything.
stuff like that.
Right.
But, you know, you do what you do. But that was, I mean, like I said, on the way home, I would say, what could I have done better today? And if you do that, you get better.
You do, yeah.
You just do. Because none of us are perfect, and, you know.
So how long were you part-time up here before you were full-time up here?
Let's see, started part-time, the first insurance policy on the house was 82.
Okay.
So 82 to 2006.
No. So you started full-time right before I got here part-time.
Oh, okay.
Interestingly.
You know, the thing I did too is my dad died at 54, his brother died at 56, and I have the same lipid abnormality they do, exactly the same. So I figured if I make it to 58, I'm going to retire, and I did.
Yeah. There you go.
And there you go.
Reduce
I know it's early, but I figured,
Well.
you know, I wasn't going to make it past that.
Cut the stress and enjoy life a little bit. And,
Oh,
and you're
absolutely.
still here today kicking and talking about it.
Almost 80. But the
Oh.
interesting, I got to tell you this story too. So, because I have a rare lipid abnormality, it used to be called Fredrickson's type 3, which means if I go on a diet, did I tell you this story?
I don't think
Okay,
so.
okay. If I go on a diet of lettuce, mustard, and celery for a month,
Yeah.
my cholesterol is still 400, my triglycerides are still 400. Okay, so that's genetic.
So it's not diet.
No,
No.
because I tried that.
Right.
I actually tried that.
Lettuce for a month.
And so, anyway, so I used to go to the lipid clinic, and there were two of the brightest lipid guys on the face of the planet.
A
there.
lipid clinic.
Yeah, it was in Harborview.
Wow.
And whatever they wanted to do, I'd say, you know, do it.
Sure,
So they had a study. This was cool. And so you had to have a crappy family history. No problem. You had to be able to take a 3-drug cocktail, and the 3 drugs were a statin, niacin, and a cholesterol binding resin.
Okay.
And I just threw the binding resins away. I had boxes of that stuff. Anyway, if you could stay on that for a month, okay, you got a free angiogram.
There's an incentive for you there.
Well, and it was done by a resident over at the U. Interesting. Cost me 95 cents.
Huh?
Anyway, so I got the angiogram. So I wanted to sit down to see if I'm going to stay on the study. Because what they were going to study, see if with this program they could make plaque regress. Okay?
Wow.
So I sat down, and he says, I got good news and I got bad news. And I said, uh-oh. But I have a left main occlusion or something. So anyway, he says,
Did he ask you which one you wanted first, the good or the bad?
I wanted the bad first.
Yeah.
I said, give me the bad news. He
Yeah,
says, we're
yeah.
going to kick you off the study. I said, why? I did everything right. He said, yeah, but you got nothing for us to study. Your corners are clean.
Oh, that's
You
the
have
good
a-
news.
You have a little bit somewhere.
Wow.
And I'm going,
Wow. That's
you're
the kind of,
kidding.
that's the kind of bad news you want to hear. You're off
Well,
the study because you don't need it anymore.
And within the 6 months after that, I gained 20 pounds because I was a bad boy. You know, I used to be very good. But that was the interesting thing. And I still have the angiogram downstairs, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's great.
Anyway, so okay, Guimas, back to Guimas.
Yeah, so you come up here part-time, you
Yep.
find the property.
Yep.
The house went up first.
Yep.
And then this barn building we're in?
This one's, I'm trying to
Shop
think.
slash living quarters?
I'm going to say 10, 11, 12 years old.
Okay.
My timing and, you know, who knows,
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Gradually cleared the property of the forest that was on it?
No, what happened was,
Uh,
when they split it up, they took it out of whatever the tax evasion is, the forest. You can put it in forest land or whatever it is, there's tax stuff.
yeah, there's a deduction, there's a exemption for forest and exemption for farming.
Right, farming, forest, stuff like that. Well, they had taken that deduction.
Ah,
But in order to sell this and subdivide it, they had to pay a chunk, they had to pay all the back taxes.
oh, that's right. When
So-
you change it, you got to pay all the back.
That's right. So what they did was they logged everything. And I mean, there were some fabulous logs on this.
Oh
I mean,
my
you can see
gosh.
the stumps. And so that's why there's alder up here. I mean, you don't
Yeah.
see many evergreens, it's all alder.
It's,
And so that's what happened. And
and
again,
that would
they
have
were-
been like sometime in the 90s, maybe, or
yeah.
yeah. Because the other funny thing is, I've heard over and over about this big windstorm
Oh, that was December
in
90.
1990, December
December
90.
90,
Yeah. And that
I mean, you
knocked
couldn't-
over a lot of big trees, and then people
Oh.
realized what they were worth, and they started cutting more
Oh,
trees.
the logging trucks were going off the island for 6 months.
That's what
I
I've
mean,
heard. Yeah,
full, just,
crazy.
yeah. And if you look around the island too, you will see some gigantic stumps
Yeah.
with the little V's cut in where you used to put the boards on.
Oh,
to
that's
work
from
on.
way back when, right?
That's from way
Yeah,
back.
springboard notches.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And the best one that I found is over near Marshenko's house. And the house is gone now. It's near the Red Barn in the valley across from that, where you go through that, and you know, as you come through the one lane, you come up the hill,
Right.
and you're heading east,
Yeah.
and then you make a kind of a sweeping right-hand turn, and that's all inside the forest.
It is. Yeah.
And you can see a couple of those
Big
trees.
old trees.
Yeah,
The
so-
original
Yeah,
forest, which I hear was probably all logged off around 1900.
oh,
So
probably,
yeah.
because like I say, I mean, these things were
they were big ones,
Serious.
seriously big ones. Yeah.
serious.
But even the mature second growth that's grown in since then is now getting to be
Oh.
pretty respectable. Like the stuff at the base of GIHS Mountain, the first
Oh,
half of that trail goes through some pretty respectable
oh,
forest.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
And the, you know, when I got the framing lumber for this place, I mean, I had 2x4s that were clear fir, tight grain fir,
Yeah, wow,
and you look at the framing number and it's crap.
right.
It is what it is. The other thing too about that house, we were very particular in the beams. We went and picked out all the beams. We didn't want heart in any of them, because if you have beams with heart, they do this.
Oh, the
In
twisting.
the center of the trees, yeah, they
Oh,
crack, they twist.
right.
So all the beams in the house, except the decorative ones, are free of heart.
So you handpicked the beams?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, smart.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta,
Yeah.
now, I mean, lamb beams, they don't do
That
that.
just doesn't do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
By the time we did anything with beams, it was all lamb.
yeah,
Blue
and that's
lamb.
what we did here. I put, because I tried to get I better not even talk about this. Anyway, this cabinet here in the kitchen there was the one over at the house, so I redid the kitchen.
Oh
for my
yeah,
wife.
yeah. These are from the house. You brought them over here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
why not?
Sure.
I mean,
Heck yeah.
hello. Nothing gets thrown away on GIHS. It just moves around.
Well,
So
the other possibility might be if you wanted to take a little walk around the property and a little walking tour. I don't know how mobile you are if you're interested in doing that kind of
Sure.
thing. Yeah.
You want them?
Yeah. Well, you were telling me about it. We could go take a look at it.
Okay.
I don't know. Or you
let's-
can talk some more about your time. So anyway, you came up here.
Okay.
You were part-time for
Part-time.
what, a decade or so, and then full-time after you retired?
Part-time from about 82 to 2006.
Oh, that's quite a
So
long time.
long time.
Yeah, okay.
And you got to know people and stuff like that.
So Chip, tell me a little bit more about your time meeting Bubble.
So, I can't remember when I first met Bubble, but the one thing I do remember about Bubble, and I enjoyed this, if you go over to Bubble's house, get ready to spend the whole afternoon, because she puts you to work. Because, you know, and you could do things that she couldn't do, you know, in her defense. But the other interesting thing about Bubble was you walked in her bathroom and all of a sudden, you know, you were surprised. She had this woman mannequin behind the bathroom door in black underwear. Oh yeah, and it's like, and no matter how many times you went in there, it always surprised you. So she's fine. But just an amazing human being and tough. I mean, you know, I think she canoed down a Tacoma, not Olympia once and back, and I mean, just the stories about her are phenomenal. But anyway, so I don't know how she broke her hip, but she did.
Oh no.
And, you know, she was obviously bedridden for a while, because, you know, when you break a hip, it's kind of hard on you. And so I would go down and make sure, you know, she was okay and stuff like that. And she's not embarrassed at all, because she would hike up her dress and show me the incision just to make sure it was okay.
Right.
But hike it up.
Way up.
She knew how to work.
Yep.
She knew how to work it, but anyway. And so we actually became good friends and stuff. And I enjoyed her because she had stories. I mean, she had scrapbooks, and I don't know who got the scrapbooks.
Yeah, we don't either. You know,
somebody has them.
when her house was up for sale, we tried to do a workup on her and try to find everything. And some of her relatives came back to see the place while it was still for sale before anybody had touched it. And they brought with them a couple of photo albums, but they said they knew there were more, but they weren't sure what happened to them and so on. And so we were able to recover some of that material.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Now, she didn't own that house.
Oh, I didn't know that.
She sold it to a gynecologist.
Oh, okay.
And he said you can live there as long as, as long as you're alive.
Yeah.
What he didn't realize was she outlived him. And he never got to move in.
That's good. That's good. I had no idea.
Yeah. So that was kind of fun. But, like I said, she had so many experiences and kept pretty good track of it in her scrapbooks. And I think there were 4 of them, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
and what happened to them, I have no idea.
That's a sad story, but it happened.
No, somebody has them.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, somebody, somewhere, somehow and stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know who owns the house now, but do you know Floyd?
Oh, Floyd Hunsler?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've encountered him several times. He hangs out down near me along that whole strip of West Beach there, working on various people's houses.
Oh, Floyd is worth his weight in platinum.
Isn't he great?
Oh yeah, and I've known Floyd. I mean, he used to live 2 houses, north of Porter's.
Oh,
and
really?
he stayed. He was there for decades, absolute decades, and he worked out of that on the island and stuff like that. But and he can do things. He's always cost conscious. He takes good care.
And he builds some of the most creative embellishment designs I've ever seen. Really cool and perfectionist,
Yeah, I mean, look what he did at Halpin's behind it with the roofs that go like this.
I know.
Birdhouses.
Yeah, all those cute little bird
Finally, Mo said, no more birdhouses.
It's hilarious.
But it's nice because he has a shop in their barn, so that's really nice.
Okay.
And he built all the cabinets and everything, so they still, it's Floyd's shop. But anyway, no, Floyd is worth his weight. Now, the other interesting thing is the Hunslers, his sister had a place in Holiday Hideaway, and I don't know if it sold. It was for sale last year, this year. I don't know if that's sold yet, but he has another brother named John. Do you know that? Do you know John? John's a recluse, okay? In fact, if I go see John, I used to have carte blanche. I could go see him whenever I want. Now I have to make an appointment.
Well.
And there was only one person who could go see him, who was an anesthesiologist who lived on the island. Yeah. And I don't know if you heard any stories about him, but
Another anesthesiologist
yeah.
on Guaymas Island?
Yeah.
What are the
And I
chances
gotta
of
tell
that?
you, I gotta tell you though, I spent a day with him over at Island Hospital.
Yeah.
One of the smartest people I ever met.
Wow.
I mean, I've been in the business, I don't know, 25 years. I picked up 3 tricks from him in one day.
Wow.
I mean, that's how good this guy was. And he would go over to Johnny's every night when he got home and smoked, have a little stuff like that. But he was, I mean, an incredible human being.
Now you yourself were on the Island Hospital board for some time?
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've seen your name on a ballot that I put in the ballot box at one point. So you and was that that was an elected position?
Yeah. And the reason they have a board that's elected is they use tax money. So if you use tax money, you have to have oversight.
Oh, I see, sure.
And our only job as commissioners is to hire and fire the CEO.
Oh, yeah.
And we have fired a CEO.
You have?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Are you still on the board of Island Hospital?
No.
No.
I mean, Joe, the guy I hired ran against me. If I knew what I know now, I would have let him run by himself. And Joe Mulcahy, he's a good doc. And I'll just give you an example, okay? I don't know if you remember the big fire they had on the refinery. There were 6 people, there was an explosion up there. There were 6 people burned. 3rd-degree burns over 90+%
Oh.
of their body.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, 2 went to us, 2 went to Whidbey, and 2 went to Skagit. Okay.
They
Joe
didn't go
was
to
on-
Harborview Burn Center?
Well, they had to be stabilized first.
Oh,
'cause
yeah, of
these-
course, right.
These kids were.
You can't even move them, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so
When was this?
their airways were so big. I can't remember when exactly. When it
Must have
was.
been
It was
before my time on
years
Gwyneth.
ago. Yeah.
Okay.
Years ago, and Joe was on call, and I remember the story. They call him, and he jumps over. He's living with this guy named Tony. Jumps over Tony's bed and runs in, and the airways were so bad that they needed to be trached. He had both those people trached within 5 minutes to secure the airway. I mean, that's how good he is. And
2 in 5 minutes.
5 minutes, because if he didn't, they'd be dead. The other thing, Harborview called us when we sent them down there, that the 2 patients they got from us were the best resuscitated.
Yeah.
I mean, airways, fluid, blah, 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 blah.
Wow.
Much better than, Skagit or something like that. And, I think we were just trying to buy some time, at least they could say goodbye, because none of these people are going to survive.
Right.
I mean, when your sneakers melt off, that's not a good sign.
Oh my God.
It's the sneaker melt off sign, it's not good. All right.
Wow.
All right, should we take a ride?
Well, would you like to? Sure.
It's up to you.
No, that sounds great.
Okay.
It's a beautiful day for a little walk around.
It is.
See if I can disconnect the camera from the tripod here, and we'll just keep on filming.
Okay.
Or digitaling, or whatever you call it.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
I'll stick this in my pocket. I'll come back up later and deal with stuff.
And this is your little workshop, office area, excuse me, a little office area here. Very nice. So, your book collection's kind of on par with mine, maybe a few more books than I do. I still haven't unpacked all mine from when I moved up from Seattle.
Some of the great books. And this is hysterical.
Uh-huh.
From the 1920s. Sadism and masochism.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, things haven't changed.
You're right.
Not at all. And of course, sexual behavior in the male, the female.
Oh, the Kinsey Report.
There you go.
Yeah.
Kinsey.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Wow.
and some of these things, anatomy books never go out of date.
Right.
They're just not. But the other interesting set of anatomy books I have, and you can't get these anymore. And the reason you can't get them was the guy who wrote this book did most of the dissections in the concentration camps. And so these, you could not, I don't know how I found these, but all this stuff was done in concentration camps. And if you look at you look at the detail.
Oh, look at the names, though. Sorry, just a second. Pernkopf.
Yeah.
Schwarzenberg.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. And if you look at the stuff they did.
This is all artwork, of course.
Oh, it
basically.
is.
Yeah, well.
But you know who's better than he is. You know who's better than he is.
I remember when I was in a CAT scan room more than once, I would see cross-sectional anatomy books
Yes.
and open them up, and they were often photographs,
Yes.
and they would be side-by-side CT images and actual anatomy images.
Yep.
And where did they get the actual anatomy from? Cadavers of prisoners.
That's right.
So,
And then you have this, because I've had these since
oh, those are classics.
medical school. I mean, Netter.
Wow.
I mean-
Netter, of course.
Yeah.
Ultimate medical illustrator.
Oh, just an amazing human. Just amazing. So, and you still look at this stuff, and it's still, just.
Some of the 3D images
Uh-huh.
that Siemens was coming up with off of their CT scanners, their very high resolution scanners, they were adding, and they call it cinematic 3D. So you could make it, because up to that point, they hadn't really thought to hire anybody from Hollywood to help with the imaging, and so it all looked
Okay.
kind of artificial.
Yeah.
But they finally did, and boy, the images look a lot like Netter illustrations.
And I gotta show you where is that thing, because I think, oh, here it is, that we have somewhere have the capability to do that.
Oh, yeah. That looks very much like what I was seeing.
Yeah, and if you look at, just the coronary pictures,
This is
like this.
This is a brochure from Cardiac Study Center. They had a Siemens CT scanner.
There you go.
I used to go there and repair their machine.
Now this
That's down in
wasn't it
Tacoma.
Tacoma. They had
Yeah.
the best CT angio, they had the best
Well,
everything.
there you go.
Yeah, much better. You go, if you have like a calcium score up in Bellingham,
Yeah.
that stuff is horrible. Their machine is terrible.
They're better now. You know why?
Why?
They got Siemens machines.
Yes,
They
'cause
did.
they're
I
old
helped
ma-
install them.
Oh, they're old machines. I sat down with a guy from Peterborough Brigham, and we went over, because I had a study up there just to see what was going on. And the thing was like, where did you get this stuff? It was horrible.
Well,
So now they got Siemens. Good.
we converted them from Toshiba.
Good. Because their old stuff was,
Yeah.
as we say in Germany, geschitz. And
I have to look at this because it's going to bring back memories. There's the building. Oh, I remember going in there. It was right across from Tacoma General
yeah.
Allenmore. It was in the
Yes.
in that neighborhood. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
And they had one of the smartest, best
Yes.
educated CT technologists I'd ever
Yes.
encountered. CT technologists aren't generally all that highly educated. This guy,
Oh.
he was literate and he was just a really
Well,
smart guy.
at Tucson
there.
Medical Center, we had a radiology tech. He was amazing.
A lot of those went into MR when MR came out. I was, working in the industry when MR arrived,
Uh-huh.
and that's when a lot of the talent came out of CT because they'd been in CT because
Sure.
CT was where computers were. It's the only place computers were
Yeah.
back then. And there was this big sucking sound. They were all pulled into MR, so there were openings in CT, and I stood up and said, "I'll do it." And I was a young guy. I thought it was great.
And I told you about the MR we had at Mass General, the first one, from EMI, the Electric
EMI.
Music Instrument Company.
The same company that published the Beatles' first
Yes.
records.
Yes, and I mean, you
EMI.
put your head in this giant condom, and that was it.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Because they had no way to compensate for air in the image. So it
Yeah.
had to all be water, bone,
Yeah.
or water. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, no.
those were the days.
I mean, think about just I think the most strides have been made in radiology.
I think so. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, there's been a lot in therapy too. Cancer treatment now is
Oh,
massively advanced over what it was.
it's
Yeah.
more, I mean,
Incredible.
just for different enzyme systems,
Yeah.
monoclonal antibodies,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Because there's a guy on the island, if anybody's going to survive what he's got, he will.
Wow.
And you probably know who it is, and it's pancreas cancer,
There's a
yeah.
there's a book I've got. You may have it already. If not, I'll be happy to loan it to you. It's called Naked to the Bone. It's just a history of medical imaging
Ooh!
from day one. From
Is it still available?
I don't know.
Is it
I've got it on a shelf at home. I'll be happy to bring it over sometime.
You might, what if you don't get it back?
Well,
He'll come get it.
actually, I only read the part that pertained to me. There's a whole chapter on CAT scan, of course.
Oh, fantastic.
And I looked a little bit at the other stuff because I dabbled with it too. But and then PET imaging. I was big in PET imaging for a while
Oh, okay.
because they combined it with CT, and I already knew CT. PET CT, right?
And think about PET scans. What are they? A radioactive tag sugar molecule.
Yeah.
And
It's sugar
you think-
imitator.
Do you think cancer likes sugar?
Oh, yeah.
Cancer loves
It
sugar.
goes right to
It loves
take
sugar.
it up like crazy.
And
So
if you-
suffuse your body in sugar, and what are you doing?
There you
You're
go.
feeding anything that might even be precancerous
That's
anywhere
right.
in your
Have a
body.
chocolate bar
You
and
wonder why
feed-
there's so much cancer in this country?
Oh,
Everybody drinking soda pop?
oh, yeah. With high fructose corn syrup.
I think we're talking the same language here.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you know how the PET scan works,
Yeah.
you're saying to
There's
yourself,
no better illustration of
no.
why you shouldn't be
Yes.
soaking your body in sugar all the time.
Absolutely.
I'm glad
All
you.
right, let's go.
Yeah. Anyway, there's those kitchen cabinets we were talking about earlier that you moved over here.
And here's the other kitchen cabinet out here.
And here's your Harvard Medical Alumni Association.
There you go.
Armin. Now I
That's
know what
me.
now I know what Chip is a nickname for.
My mother hated that name, so she called me Chip from day one.
Ah,
From day one.
that's great.
And I got to tell you, I have no idea how I got the job at Mass General. Because it was a lark. Because I wanted to go to surgery there, but there were no openings when I wanted to transfer.
Okay.
So Les Ottinger was a friend of a guy named Karchner, who was a vascular surgeon in Tucson, and the guy was the most amazing surgeon I've ever seen. And so Les said, there's an opening in medicine, an opening in anesthesia. You can get one of those and then jump ship. And I was having so much fun in anesthesia. Do I want to take out gallbladders the rest of my life? No, no. And this is cool too. I mean, if you look at the Mass General way back when on
Oh
the
yeah,
Charles,
that's what that is on the Charles.
that's
River.
on the Charles River.
That's great.
And that's now a national, whatever it is, they can't take it down.
Oh, it's historic.
Yeah. historic site.
That's
But
great.
at night, if I was on call and had some time, I'd just go up and sit in the ether dome and just have the ghosts come and talk to me.
That's great.
Yeah. And that, I mean, we had a ball.
Well, Mass General comes to mind, and also Brigham and Women's,
Yes.
because Siemens would choose certain sites for their first generation of
duper.
imaging devices to really take them out of Germany. You know, they'd always test them at clinical sites in Germany first,
Sure.
in Munich in particular, because it was close to their labs
Uh-huh.
and factories. But then as soon as the first place outside of Germany that they would take their brand new machines for them, you know, version 1.0 was Brigham, among other
Brigham
places, Brigham and Women's, Mass General.
See, it was Peterbilt Brigham. Brigham Women's came later because they had the Boston Lying In, which was a women's hospital,
Oh, I see.
and then they coalesced later.
Oh, I see.
So yeah,
That's cool.
because we did a few weeks at the Boston Lying In, which was nothing but female stuff, babies, you know, all this stuff. So
Okay.
I was lucky. I mean, I saw things nobody would ever see, just because of being at that joint. Because I mean, they would send us stuff from all over the planet that couldn't be fixed, and they said, "Fix it."
It reminds me of what I encountered working with the radiologists at Harborview. That was really interesting.
Oh, I'll bet, because they do stuff too.
Yeah.
Now, this is an interesting guy. So this is Dad.
Oh, I see.
And
MIT, okay.
so Dad was in the Navy, and between May 44 and November 1944, his Navy jacket doesn't say what he was doing, but he was at Los Alamos.
Los Alamos.
Yeah.
He's probably hanging out with one of my favorite physicists,
Oh, Feynman?
Feynman.
Oh, I love Feynman.
His books are so fun to read.
Feynman is a genius.
Wasn't he though?
Oh,
Yeah.
but he could take the most complicated thing and simplify it.
Yeah.
I mean, that was it, the O-rings. I mean, just think about that.
I know.
But anyway, he got a letter from
Oh,
Forrestal
from Forrestal.
thanking him for his work during the war, and I think he had something to do with buffeting on the Fat Man. So, but we finally got a tour there. The tour is not very good, but you can snoop around and find out what's going on. And so that's what we think.
Well,
'Cause he-
Feynman was at MIT too, you know,
Oh yeah,
before
before
Los
Caltech.
Alamos. And before Caltech.
Caltech, yeah. Oh no, just an amazing human being.
Definitely must have encountered him.
Amazing human being. And just the guys I met growing up, the guy who shoots the high-speed camera stuff, what's his name? Doc Edgerton.
Okay.
He does the high-speed photography where you see the drip coming.
Oh
and all
yeah,
that
and the
kind of
drip
stuff.
coming back up. Yeah.
And the sad thing about Doc Edgerton was his son drowned in a swimming pool.
Oh no.
And I met him during a lecture on breathing different gases by a guy named Hans Keller from, I think, Europe somewhere, who free dove to, I can't remember what depth, using heliox.
Yeah.
And this was in the 60s or 50s.
No way. I didn't know that anybody was doing that back then.
Oh, yeah, and he was giving a lecture, and the guys who showed up for that lecture were amazing. Okay.
I'll bet. So this might be classified as an accessory dwelling unit here. I like the exposed truss.
Yeah, we left one of them out. We didn't want to cover that up.
Yeah, that's a beauty.
But the other thing I did too was I sprayed a two-part insulation
Okay.
inside the building.
You did a lot of work here then. If you did plumbing, electrical, and insulation, that's a lot of work.
And well, a guy named I didn't do the plumbing because there was only one plumber you could have,
Oh, I see.
and that was Ellen Johnson. Oh, the kid's a master. I'll show you the furnace room downstairs.
Okay.
You'll think it's a nuclear submarine. And of course, Floyd and I did the rest.
Right. A lot of nice finish work here, I'm noticing.
That's Floyd.
Yeah, that looks like it. Yep.
Yeah, no, Floyd was good. We made the countertops, and I did screw up on one spot.
Yeah,
Because I had to join two pieces of formica and I moved.
No.
I know we're all making mistakes.
Well, I wasn't going to say anything.
Well, you always see your mistakes.
Yeah, I know. I've done a
Want me to
fair
go
amount of this
first?
kind of
Okay.
stuff myself, and never,
Yeah.
ever do you stop seeing it. A little bit of a chilly wind on the bike ride over here, so actually it feels good to be
Yeah.
kind of warm for a
Because I
little
don't
bit.
know why it's so warm down here, but it is. Well, there's no insulation, that's why.
That might have something to do.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like there's some kind of foil, or is that just the
And
back of
they
the?
don't use that, they didn't use that anymore.
Oh.
Because it, I don't know, collected moisture or something, I don't know, who knows. Anyway.
So it looks like you're a little bit mobility compromised
Well,
yourself.
I
Then.
tore this Achilles tendon,
Oh,
but not all the way,
that hurts.
and so it's never quite been the same.
Yeah.
Now, this is a sculpture from Mr. Marsenko.
No.
That's his face.
That's
Outline
great.
of his face.
Look at that. That's
And these are
hilarious.
dynamic hip screws.
Ah,
And the reason I bought this from, I had to have it because I have one of these in my hip. And the bone won't heal unless you load it, so this allows the bone to load and heal. But I saw that and I said, I have this plate in me, so I had to have it. Marsenko's a good guy.
he was great, wasn't he?
And he could take junk and make art out of it.
Oh yeah, he did a lot. I've got a piece of his that I bought when they did their little garage sale after he passed.
Yeah, that fire, I don't understand. Was that electrical or something?
Probably.
Don't pay attention to the sign, it's just up there for fun.
I've still got the radiation danger signs I used to use
Ah, I guess.
when I do maintenance on the machine, just to try to discourage the
Yeah,
doctors from wandering in
Oh.
at the wrong time. Whoa, look at there.
so this is the water supply for the house and the barn.
Wow.
Heating for the barn and,
Wait a second. Oh, so you have hot water
yes.
circulation,
Yes.
heating in the flooring up there?
No, radiators.
Oh,
If you
just
notice,
radiators, plain old
They
radiators.
work better.
Like
I mean,
the-
they're tiny little radiators
Like
on
what
the
you
floor.
see in Germany all the time.
Yeah,
That's over there.
oh no, much better than baseboards or anything like that.
Wow. Well, I've got a friend who's got a similar setup, but it's for
Radiant
radiant in the flooring. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Halpin did down at their house. So, and then I come ride my bike and watch TV.
And this here's your boiler.
That's right.
Sweet.
So,
Wow. Impressive.
and I know this boiler backwards and forwards. So,
Nice.
but you think they're anal retentive?
And this is your hot water tank? Or no, this is
No, that's just a
reservoir for.
It's just a reservoir. Because you don't, some of the water systems, they pump as they need the water,
Oh,
but that's not good for stuff. So this is a
It's
650 gallon.
So it doesn't have to pull straight from the well.
Right.
It can pull out of here, and then the
And
well
there's-
can be gradually pulled from.
And there's a restrictor on it that they made us put too, a gallon a minute. So
Oh yeah.
when
Flow
it does
restrictor.
pump, it's a gallon a minute.
Filters. You've got a sanitizer. Do you have a?
Yeah.
You have a softener, water softener.
Yeah, see that crystal light?
That's what that
Right,
is.
that's what that
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then there's an ultraviolet light over there and a
Yeah.
filter here.
Wow.
And it's amazing the amount of rust. I mean, look at the pipe. You can see the rust coming in on the bottom
Oh, yeah,
pipe.
yeah.
So it is what it is.
Yeah.
And the filter, that one filter right there before it goes in the water softener, you can see that the water's clear after it comes out of the filter.
Yep. Yep.
So the filter sucks out all
It's doing what it's supposed to do there.
yeah. And I learned to don't leave them in for years at a time because they don't do as well.
They become breeding grounds.
Also too, if I can find it. Yeah, I had one in and I forgot about it and left it in for, I can't remember how many years.
And you still got a VCR. That's great.
Yeah, oh yeah, good luck finding those.
Oh, I know. I hung on to mine. I'm glad I did too.
That's what how much rust.
Whoa.
That was 2025, anyway.
Yeah.
There you go, okay.
Okay. Nice and cool in here. Air conditioning.
This stays this way.
Natural air conditioning. Yeah.
And when the boiler's on, it's 70 degrees in here.
Oh yeah.
So, well insulated.
Wow.
And I made a insulation plug for the window.
Quite a shop.
It is.
I like the bikes up in the attic.
Yeah, those things, those pulleys and stuff,
Uh-huh.
Costco had them, they're like $15 for the set. I mean, I still got 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah. Great.
But that mountain bike, Glenn Erickson and I made way back when, before mountain bikes, and that's one we just constructed from, from just trying to design our own.
All right, all right.
If you notice, it has a front fork from a dual bike, two-rider bike.
Holy cow, it's way out there.
Yeah, and Rodriguez stuck his name on it because there were a lot of things that broke on it. Like I broke the handlebars, I broke the lower bearing race, and that was all done in Moab, Utah.
Oh yeah, it's a rough country down there.
It is.
Especially without suspension.
Yeah.
Beats you up a little bit, I bet.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, and now you got the e-bike like I do.
I have way too many e-bikes.
I see.
That one was down in California at my son's house, but he moved out, so I had to bring it home.
Oh yeah.
Because that way I didn't have to bring one down there. Because I tried to do the 17-mile drive every day. And that is, you're right next to the beach. But then you go up into the, into the mountains a little bit.
Yeah.
So, it's gorgeous. And I missed that. He moved to Tennessee. He'd had enough of California. Well, they try to biopsy your wallet every 12 seconds.
Well, yeah, of course.
Okay, let's go.
All right. So what's this? Oh, this is your own gas station here.
Yeah, I got tractors. There's another barn up there. I got tractors and that lawnmower. There's a diesel lawnmower. Oh yeah,
Sure.
it's a little Kubota 3-cylinder. The thing is wonderful. And I'm going to show you so you don't make the same mistake I made.
Yeah.
Now look at the grass out here, how it's cut. And tell me what you see.
What'd you do here? Lower your deck and not discover it till you scalped it a little bit?
I had a left rear flat tire.
Ah, flat tire.
And that's why it did. And you think I would have figured it out? No.
Well, not till you saw the results, huh?
Well, not till I parked it and looked. I go, my God, that's what happened. It was a flat tire. 'Cause I knew the deck was riding low on that time. I'm going, what is going on?
That's funny. Just not a problem you would think you'd ever have, but
Yeah.
it has to happen now and then.
And you know what it was? It wasn't the tire. It was the rubber filler stem. If you just
Oh.
kicked it a little bit, it would leak. And so now I have a metal one. Yeah, look at this. You think I would have figured it out? What a moron.
Well, you're not looking behind you. You're looking ahead
No,
of you.
I know, but you
You
think.
do turn around and go back, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it, and then it turns brown a few days later, and then
Oh, look at this.
it'll come back, though. That's the beauty of it.
I don't know about you, but I love electric bikes.
Oh, this one has been real good for me.
Yeah.
I've had it
Also,
since I retired, so 5 years now. I've put 4,000 miles on it, mostly just
Oh, that's good.
around the island.
and there's a guy who comes over here named Wheezy,
Yeah.
and he's an aficionado of electric bikes.
Okay.
And God, he uses a Reese Mueller. He had 50,000 miles on it.
Jeez.
Oh yeah. Let's see, hold on a second. All right, I got to show you this.
Oh.
This is in Norway, going up a hill.
Okay.
Let's do this. Uh-oh. Okay, oops.
Crazy steep hills, so biking uphill is brutal, especially for older folks. This thing fixes it. Just plant one foot on the platform and keep the other on your pedal. It pushes you straight to the top at a nice steady pace. It's the only bike lift like this in the world, and now it's a major tourist spot. Ever seen this random metal plate in the middle of the road? That's Norway's bike elevator. Norway's got some
Okay.
crazy
Isn't
steep
that
hills.
cool?
Where
so
in Norway?
biking uphill
I don't
is
know.
brutal, especially for older folks.
It's a big
This
country.
thing fixes
Yeah.
it. Just plant
My sister sent this to me.
That's pretty clever.
I know. I'm thinking your legs have to be strong.
Well, you do need to have at least one strong leg.
Yeah.
It's sort of like
All
the rope toe of
Yeah.
The bicycle.
Remember those?
yeah.
Always want to put your hand behind you and sit on your hand. Okay. Time for the tour. This famous from years ago. And our mechanic, you were here when Bob was here?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And this was around for a long time.
Yes.
I saw these for a long time before Bob retired.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were gonna get rid of them. We tried to make a
Oh,
trade.
I wondered if that wasn't the case. Yeah.
Yes, she's been in trouble for a long time.
Well, yeah.
Anyway, all right, hop in. Oh, one thing See this interesting?
What do we have here? A dinosaur vertebra.
It's the whole head.
Oh yeah.
So what happened was, this whale washed up in Billingham, and it started to decompose, and the people said, you gotta get rid of this, so they pushed it in the water.
Yeah.
And so it wound up over on Sinclair,
Ah.
and it was a male.
Huh.
And you know what an oocyc is?
No.
It's a bone, it's the os penis of a whale.
Oh yeah, that penis bone, right.
And so this thing has this huge penis. And I went over there, I worked 4 hours on that, trying to see if I could get to the bone, and gave up. And finally I said, I'm out of here. And I said, well, I wonder if the head will come off. Put a rope on the head, it came right off and brought it home.
And there it is.
That's the whale that washed up on Sinclair. I'm sure I'm not supposed to have it.
Well, it was going to end up somewhere.
Yeah.
You could sell tickets, you know.
I'm thinking if you did that today, you'd be in deep freezing.
Well, it could be, yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, you're being a medical professional. You have interest in anatomy.
And
So,
look at, I mean, look
so
at
it's
the spot for the spinal cord.
yeah. Look at this. How big the cord must be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're pretty impressive creatures.
I read somewhere that there's just some physical limits to how big any living thing could possibly be, and the whales definitely achieved it. They achieved the maximum size for even for waterborne
Yeah.
life.
I mean, think about a brontosaurus. The heart has to pump up how long? Or a diplodocus, or
Yeah.
one of those things. But
Yeah.
the blue whale, I mean, think about what its heart has to do.
I know.
And it's, you know, that in itself is amazing.
Solar power. Solar power.
You know?
I was going to wonder if you had anything on your roof, but you've got a standalone ground-based array here.
Yeah.
How long?
There used to be, it's interesting, the first set of panels completely covered you see the structure underneath?
Uh-huh.
It was all covered.
Yeah.
And then the replacement panels do a better job with less.
Oh yeah.
And I wish we had had the brains to shrink the
structure.
the structure underneath.
Or get bigger panels, get even more bigger panels that would cover them and
Yeah.
go even bigger,
Yeah.
get more output. But
So
so how long did the old ones last?
about 12 years, 13 years.
And
They should have lasted longer, but
I was going to say should get 20 years, I would think.
I would think 1% per year allegedly. So,
I just finally had to have mine cleaned because they were getting so covered.
as soon as it rains, he won't clean them unless it's raining out.
Oh, right,
They
right.
do better.
Yes, it's much easier to clean when it's
Yeah,
wet. Yeah. Yep.
And it's Linda Porter's nephew who does it.
No. Does he climb up on roofs too, or only do stuff
He used to do
ground-based?
roofs, he doesn't do them anymore.
Yeah, okay.
I found some guy who came over here, did my roof.
Mhm.
Because one guy was gonna give me a bid $3,000 to do my roof. I said, you smoke, I didn't say that. but anyway, hop in.
Okay.
We'll put the window down.
All right.
See, I haven't cut the grass up here.
Where does this ultimately go?
The other side of the island, there's
Other
a trail
side
that
of the
goes,
island.
there's a trail that goes right over the north beach. A little north of the north beach.
Well, I think I've been on the other end of this. So trail run, is that where it's at?
Right where Sally snaps.
Oh, that's Lewis Lane. Yeah. A little north of it. It is pretty in here.
Like I said, the logs go forward and just take it.
Yeah. Those that arch their way in over the road and pick up all the light in the open space on the road. The only
What
downside
they
of
did
that
was,
is leaning over the road means that the wind is likely to fall. Yeah, but
the interesting thing too is that there are 3 parcels here. This was almost 8 acres, and then I think 5 and 5, and then there was a 15-acre, 16-acre plot up here. Bobby asked me if I wanted to buy it. I said, I don't need any more things to pay taxes.
Ah,
And that's the trail that goes, well, we could go down that trail a little bit. We can go down a little bit.
might be a little wide for this, but maybe not.
I used to be able to go all the way through, but in fact, Fred and I built, there's a swamp up here, and we built up the swamp with logs. So you walk through it, but I mean, this is a nice forest with the ferns and all that stuff.
Oh, it's real nice. So we must be getting close to the DNR land now.
I think.
I've never seen a marker for the
No, I
border
haven't either.
of it, but I know it's up here. I mean, the center of the island up here is a big piece of DNR land. Oh yeah, seems to me I must have found this from the other side. I remember seeing the bench.
Isn't this cool though?
So cool.
There's some old stones.
There's an old one. Yeah, the ghost forest.
Yeah. Well, I hope this never goes away because it's just gorgeous. I like this how the roots
Yeah.
completely
surrounded.
Yeah.
There's a couple of those in dogwoods too. Have you been through there?
Well, we can keep going, but I think that would be a mistake.
Yeah, it's fine.
I will see if I can back up the number. There's some trouble.
Well, heck, just do a donut, you know. 180.
If I did this right, there should be a place I can just turn in over here and not get in the swamp. Fred and I used to keep this road open.
Oh yeah. All-wheel drive.
I gotta put it in all-wheel drive now.
You should. There we go. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas.
This thing has a CVT transmission, and I hate those.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
garbage.
Uh,
Come on. Sometimes you gotta do this to get it out. There you go. The bench isn't doing very well, is it?
well, the back looks okay.
No.
Probably not real comfortable to sit down in.
There's some super interesting folks here too. Like the guy who did all the software to integrate the engines into the 707, you know, Pratt and Whitney, the GE, and the Rolls Royce.
Yeah?
And he lived in the Red House on Edens Road.
Okay,
It
the
looks
Red
like
House.
Yes. And he's gone. The structural engineer for the Space Needle has all the drawings, and he lives over here. I mean, they're just, the history of some of the folks up here is pretty interesting.
My son-in-law is a construction manager for Hoffman Construction,
Ooh.
and they got the contract for what they call the space lift. It
Oh.
happened about 10 years ago now,
Uh-huh.
when they totally revamped the Space Needle top capsule
Oh, cool.
with, yeah, it's all glass now. There's no more of that tacky railings and whatnot. You walk out and it's a glass floor and a glass wall.
And this is the acreage that Munzel owned, and he's gone now.
Mansell, I
But
put
his
this
son does this. And I used to cut this and make it nice. And people would come up here with their trucks and just, they think they're, you know, it's a Baja, whatever.
Oh. Boy, this time of year the grass is getting tall.
Yes, it is. And I don't cut it on purpose.
That's great.
And that's where my property is, right there.
Oh.
And then the next 5, and then we'll go turn around over here. Deer like it up here.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
In fact, you have a lot of them.
He's clearing the kids are up, they can take this out and, you know, buzz around.
Oh, I bet they love that.
They do. And they always bring it back with no gas and dirty. So
Yeah.
I didn't wash it last time. They're going to do it this time. If I had a boat, they would take great joy in taking out with a full gas tank and bringing it back empty.
Of course.
That's the other thing up here. The diving up here is extraordinary.
Yeah.
There are some spots up here that are just incredible. There's a place south of Lopez. It's a channel between this rock island and Lopez itself.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, the stuff I saw down there, I mean, everything from wolfeels to octopus to everything.
Wow. Well, I knew diving in the Sound was awesome, but I guess I hadn't heard about anybody doing it right around here.
Oh, it's, like I say, it's the south of Lopez. There's spots. I'll take it. Good to see the Jolly Green Giant. He's not doing well, though. That's him next to the shackles.
Okay.
And Fred built this for his grandkid. Treehouse. That's, you can kind of see the Jolly Green.
Oh yeah. He's just nodding his head or taking a nap.
Yeah.
Oh, some more cool old stumps. Big ones.
It would have taken us a couple hours to see more.
Oh yeah.
Normally this is wet.
Earlier in the year it's wet, I bet. Yeah. Might be an aquifer recharge zone.
Yep.
Maybe next year USGS will finally come out with that report that's supposedly following up on the previous one in the 90s. It's going to tell us all we ever wanted to know about our water supply.
So the desalination plant
Uh-huh.
was originally designed to supply 650 people at 100 gallons a day,
Okay.
and they've been robbing it to keep it going, and now it's nowhere near that capacity. Because you could have run a pipeline over to North Beach and supplied everybody out, but not anymore.
When you say robbing it, you just mean people are using the water out.
No, they're robbing pieces to keep it going.
Oh.
Yeah, Norland.
Cannibalizing
Yeah,
parts.
the guy who lives right next door, Norland Joyce. Yeah, he keeps an eye on stuff.
Huh.
Isn't this cool? Oh, look at these ferns.
Oh yeah, gorgeous. If I knew where these trails came out into the roads, I'd just come over here with my e-bike and ride around in all this stuff.
Oh,
Nobody cares, do they?
no. You can always go up my road.
Yeah. Okay.
And Fred has a really cool. Oh, I should take it and show you. Yeah, I got to show you. Fred built this house for another house for his grandkids. Doesn't have any plumbing or anything, but it's really cool. I think I can find it without getting us lost. Whoa!
Nice Gorilla Fox mountain there. Toxic but beautiful. Digitalis.
Where is the road that goes to his house? Turn around here.
You get yourself a little GPS in this thing, huh?
Sure. Now, I thought. Is it way back there? I haven't been up here in so long. No, I don't think it's. Let's see if I can find it. If I I can't find it real quick, we'll get out of here.
All right. It's a pretty good sized cedar there.
Bigger.
Another one.
There.
It's about as, cedars are about as big as they get on Guaymas.
Oh, here we go, okay.
After 125 years.
Yeah.
Mature second growth.
Quite nice, I should have washed the window. The other thing about the trees is look how shallow the roots are.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And that's why they blow over.
Now they're, uh-oh. Oh no! Somebody needs to call in the, see what we can do here. Call in the trail patrol.
I have these nerve bars.
Oh man, look at that. Let's drive right through it.
Look at this old stuff.
Oh yeah, that's a big, big boy.
Where is
There's
the
a couple of them.
Ah, there it is.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's a structure back here. Ah, that's cute.
Isn't that cute?
It's a tiny house.
Yeah.
Bigger than some tiny houses I've seen. It's kind of your classic cabin. When I think cabin, that's kind of what I think of.
Yeah. And like I said, I think the kids still camp there once in a while. Fred's an interesting guy. I don't know if you've met him.
I don't know if I have.
Ooh, what the? Oh, that's a bird. Maybe it's a frog or something.
Looks like it's not that old.
No, it's not.
20 years maybe, something like that.
I think yeah, pretty close.
Lightly weathered, but otherwise it's got some fairly new windows in it and it's in good shape. So what's Fred's last name?
Severs.
Oh, okay, that rings a bell too. None of these names.
Severs, she owned a lot of land up here.
Okay.
I mean a ton. And interesting, one of the causes of dementia you can fix is a thing called normotensive hydrocephalus.
Okay.
Whoops. And the guy who wrote the article about that was a guy named C. Miller Fisher, and I think it was Ray Adams too. And both these guys are at Mass General. And I was making rounds one night, and there was C. Miller Fisher, and we sat. And this is a full professor. We sat there and talked for an hour. He spent time with a resident an hour.
Man.
I mean, that's the kind of people who are in Boston. But I got to tell you a story that every time I tell, I almost get teary.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, I don't know if you've ever heard of epiglottitis.
Well, I know what the epiglottis is, so it sounds
When
like
it
a
gets inflamed.
disorder of the epiglottis.
Right.
Presuming.
Well, it gets inflamed with Haemophilus influenza. You know, flow through a tube is proportional to radius to the fourth power, right?
Yep.
And so by the time a kid gets in trouble, an airway like this is now like this. So the chief of anesthesia, Bob Smith, saw this kid. He said, you know, I think she's right on the cusp of getting intubated. Everybody would have intubated her, stuck her on a ventilator, because that's the safest thing to do, but it's traumatic to the kids.
Oh yeah.
And so what Bob did was, he brought her bed to the recovery room. He got a table and a lamp. He pulled up a chair, and this is a full professor at Harvard. Pulls up a chair and watches her all night, so we didn't have to intubate her. Now, where do you? I mean,
Wow.
I almost get teary every time I tell the story.
Yeah.
That's the kind of inspiration that you say, you know, am I ever going to be that good?
Yeah.
Because this guy, he was, you know, he was older.
I was going to say that might be kind of a generational thing.
I don't know, but you know. And I got to proofread the second edition of his book, which was nice too. So that was all talk. I don't know why we had such a good relationship. Now this looks like it's going to be trouble, right?
Yeah. Well, you can blow right through that stick back there. I'm sure you can blow right through somebody's little string.
Now, I'm going to show you something.
Oh, you got a side exit.
Now,
Got a secret.
well, I
Side
got to
door.
cut this really close.
Well, you are, yeah. I kind of got the feeling you might have done this before and knew that it would work.
Yes, once or twice.
Once or twice. The question is, well, those branches will move out of the way. Yeah. Very nice. Well done, I say.
There you go. Oh, they're building a garage. Nice. All right, I'll show you the water system for the neighborhood, and then.
Oh, there's
I used
Cypress
to
Island over there. Now we get the view.
So now you know where you are. Totem Trail.
Yeah, it's Totem Trail. I love Cypress. I went camping over there for the first time last summer. Beautiful.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
Especially the other side where the rocks are, where you can, that Eagles. I think it's Eagles Bluff.
Eagle Bluff. Yeah.
I mean, you can see forever. No. Okay. Behind. That's the well.
Yeah. Two big old tanks. No, that's a shed. Shed and a tank. Got it.
Now, I used to take care of this. And I worked at a dairy farm. And you could eat off everything in here. And now it's taken care of by somebody else. So let's see how it looks. And the interesting thing is that the manifolds in here, what happened was during where they were welded started to rot. So I had them all remade in stainless steel.
Okay.
There's a light switch. And I always put this key out here, whoops, so I don't
Take any chances of leaving it
so I
inside.
don't lock it inside by mistake.
Right.
Sometimes you gotta do stupid stuff. Alright, so this, it's not too bad. Anyway, these are fire pumps, these three, for the fire department.
Oh, I see.
That's their pump that runs the whole neighborhood.
The little black one.
Yeah, does a good job. And then the manifold, you can see where the stainless one is. And there's reducing things over here. Ooh, somebody's been working. And what happened was that these things start to go away, and I saved this to show people. It starts to come apart, see?
Oh yeah, sure enough.
And to do this in stainless steel, we're gonna be $1,500 a piece.
I'll bet.
And so what I did was, I made them out of regular stuff, but then I had them powder coated.
Ah,
So
much better.
if any of the others blow out, we're ready. Well, you have to be prepared.
Oh yeah, spare parts.
Somebody's done some work up here, because it looks a lot neater than it used to.
It looks pretty good to me, but I'm no expert. But wow,
So,
it's impressive. So if the fire department gets called out and wants to hook up, I've seen the little standpipes here and there
Yeah.
around the neighborhood.
and these, well, we have regular fire hydrants. And I put
Oh,
quick-
regular hydrants. That's right. Okay, regular
And
full
what I
size
did
hydrants.
was I put quick connects on them that match what the fire department has. And so those are my notes and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. So the fire department just click right in. They don't even
Oh,
have
yeah.
to. Yeah.
They just click right in, and these will automatically kick on.
Nice.
So that's our. And in the winter, we have heat because sometimes it gets down in the 20s.
Oh yeah, I suppose you probably need a little. You don't want it to freeze if you could avoid it, right?
And that's the other weird thing. One of the bladders in one of the pressure tanks died,
Oh yeah.
and so
That
we put
happens.
a fiberglass one, and that one's been here. And why some of them fail and others don't, I have no idea. Are they made in China and stuff? Who knows? But
Nice control panel here.
yeah,
230 volt keep out. So you don't need 483 phase here.
no,
But those
There
pumps are running on single phase, but they're pretty strong
yeah,
for single phase pumps. Probably pretty much the limit of what you can do with single phase.
yeah. But the other cool thing is,
I got to take a look at this pump and see if I can see a
that's brand new.
brand. I know it looks a lot like the cooling pumps I used to have and deal with on the CT scanners. I was looking to see if it had a brand name on it.
Like we used to have an old one over the corner. It's gone.
There's the brand name. It's a A WEG, W-E-G, okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Gonna open up the main panel. Sweet.
And this stuff is old. You can't, I mean, there's no replacement for a lot of this stuff.
Really? Wow.
Because it's old.
Yeah.
But I see some stuff has been replaced. Oh, interesting.
Reminds me of the power cabinets on our machines.
Yeah.
Contactors,
But I mean, those valves down there.
breakers, contactors, little AB relays there.
Yeah.
Allen Bradley relays. Transformer for local power supply. You got the terminal strips. And some special intelligence up here. What is this?
That I have no idea, because I think that's new.
Productivity is the brand name. Yeah, I'll bet. Power supply module, and then a automation direct module.
And that's actually new. I don't know who put that in.
And some little interfaces that must go off and talk to these guys here and tell the relays what to do. Very clean.
Yeah. So
Nicely done.
we try to keep it, quasi. See if I can line this up. There you go.
Click.
The secret to opening this without turning this off.
Right. You don't want to have to turn it off if you can avoid it. Very cool.
All right.
So this is just a well pump reservoir distribution system.
Yep.
There's no,
And-
this isn't like filtration or desalination or
Nope.
anything. Just plain old
Just pump.
pumps and
Yeah.
tanks.
And
Okay.
If you want to do any water treatment stuff, you do it at your house.
All right. So I have heard
The
about.
interesting thing is, why do these copper pipes turn green and those don't?
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just noticed that. Well, temperature.
I have no idea.
Because I mean, what else would make a difference? You know, how quickly it oxidates. Maybe these are newer. The unoxidized ones are newer pipe. Because
Some- it
the pump's new, so maybe this
Yeah,
from
some
there
of
on
those-
over it was
And
replaced.
that's a one-way valve.
Yeah. Check valve there, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, give this another 20 years and it'll look as green as that.
Yeah.
That'd be my theory.
I should put my name on the stainless manifolds.
Yeah.
I get those. Hey, I don't know why I like stainless.
So somewhere in this general vicinity is the desalination plant for Indian Village.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll show you where it is.
Well, you don't have access to
No,
the
I
guts
don't
of
have a
it.
key.
Yeah, okay.
But that would be fascinating.
That would be. Do you
And
know?
I've been in it, but I haven't been in it for years. I mean, years.
You know who runs that thing?
The county.
Oh,
It
it's
was
the.
given
That's
to the
right. It's the
county.
PUD.
Yep.
I've heard about that. Yeah, I see PUD
And
trucks now and
and
now.
it still supplies the. It still supplies the houses across the street.
Uh-huh.
So. I don't know if I don't even know if Norland has a key.
But so this one supplies everybody down your
Or Totem Trail.
on Totem
yeah.
Trail. So
Yeah, from the corner, and a couple houses over here too.
Okay.
These guys are paying $90 a month before they use one drop. At least that's old numbers. I don't know if it's current.
just to support this
To
cost of
support
maintaining the system.
No, the desal is.
Oh, they're in desalination right down there.
Yeah, right there.
Oh, all right, just below you, toward the bluff. I get it.
And so.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah. How many gallons this tank hold?
I want to say 20,000, but I think it's more like 15. And it's happy because the level's where it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
It's at 12.
12. Yeah. And somebody's building right across the street over there. I saw.
You see the size of that lot?
Yeah, he's sandwiched in.
And what he doesn't understand is, I'm not going to, Zach Swift down there keeps, and they lose about an inch a year, maybe two.
That's
In fact, one summer.
averages, but it doesn't happen in an average uniform way. big pieces fall off.
Oh, we were
Now
in
and
our
then.
house and heard this big kaboom.
Oh no.
And just tons of clay had fallen off the thing, and we could hear it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll bet.
oh yeah.
I'll bet.
So that was kind of scary.
There's the actual wellhead.
All right.
And all's well that ends well, huh?
Yeah, this did come in handy with the big fire.
Oh yeah, at Clark Point?
Yeah. And I gotta tell you, that house, you know why it caught on fire? What had happened was, there was a wood burning stove in the kitchen, kind of a fireplace thing.
Yeah.
It went up, and then the thing curved about 45 degrees and then went like this, but that all where that curved was in a closed space. And they had a chimney fire in there.
I knew it was a chimney fire, but I didn't know about that curve in the enclosed
Yeah,
space.
and, you know, and they got a chimney fire. And by the time they discovered what was going on, that fire had, in that closed space, had gone all the way down the house and back. And that house was gorgeous.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely gorgeous. Anyway.
Well, running low on battery, Chip, so we'll
Okay.
talk to you again in a few minutes.
There we go.
So you ran for hospital commissioner 20 years ago to begin with?
My stint was 18 years. They're 3 6-year terms. Yeah.
Oh.
That's the reason somebody asked me to run for this, and I said, God, why do I need another headache? And the reason I ran for it was I wanted to make sure that they were up to my standards. You know, because my standards are a little higher than,
Might be, yeah.
you know,
I
they
would
just are.
anticipate that to be the case.
They just are, and I could tell you some really interesting adventures. Because you know how we define a parking problem in Anacortes? You can't park in front of the store you want to go
The
into.
one you want to go into?
That's right.
That's terrible.
Yeah, I know. Anyway.
All right, Chip. Well,
All right, well, thanks.
I won't take up your whole afternoon, but it sure has been fun to talk and look around.
I told the pilot I'd call him at 3:30. I think I'm late.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's okay. He's not going anywhere. That's the other thing that's really cool too, is before Larry Becker, who was an anesthesiologist at the hospital, he could do class 2s and 3s, but he couldn't do class 1s. Class 1s are transport pilots. And in order to do a class 1s, you have to take a special course in Oklahoma City and blah, 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 and stuff like that. So I would let him do all the 2s and 3s, and I would do all the 1s. So I have, my practice is basically all commercial pilots. And I got to tell you, the cross section of those guys, I mean F-18 guys, U-2 guys, B-52 guys, F-15, F-16, I mean, I have this collection. But the interesting thing is, the U-2 guys I have, because I have to do urine dipsticks on them,
Oh, I see.
and the U-2 guys always pee maple syrup. You know why? Their missions are 14 hours.
Oh, man.
They're in these high altitude suits. It's a dream to get in and out of.
Yeah.
So they would dehydrate themselves, and they keep that up.
It's not good.
No.
That's not good. I'm a backpacker, and I know what it's like to be dehydrated.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that, I mean, I can tell U-2, just if you had 20 urines out there, I'll tell you who the U-2 guy was.
All right, Chip. Well, you take care.
Okay. No, thank you.
You
And
think
I
of
hope-
anything else you want, other stories you want to tell, we can always come back. But
Okay.
that's a good start.
All right.
Battery's running out. Talk to you later.
See my camel.